I am Dr. Olit Selvan, Chairman Division of Liver Transplantation and Concerned Hepatologist at Manipal Hospitals, Bangalore. In terms of cadaver donation, India is pretty poor at the moment, and if you consider Western countries and if you take a standard as Spain, where the donation rate is about 25 per million population, in India it's only about 0.1. So we have a long way to go before we say we are successful in cadaver donation programs. Manipal hospitals firmly believe that organ donation can be done in a much more intensified way, which will benefit our population. And Manipal hospitals being present pan-India, we have a chance to promote organ donation across the country. We are in the process of acquiring transplant licenses for all of the units. We already acquired transplant licenses for 3 units at present, and we are in the process of acquiring license of others. So in the process, we will be able to create the largest network in India where cadaver donation can be promoted, and consequent to that, more number of cadaver organ donation and cadaver organ transplants can take place. Liver transplantation started in India in about 1998. It's been very slow for the first decade or so. It's only the past 4-5 years things have started to pick up. And as of 2014, we had about 1,500 transplants pan-India. And if you look at the situation, about 60% of transplants in India are actually done for foreign patients. And 85% of the whole transplants are live donor liver transplants. Only 15 are cadaver transplants. And if you look at the largest centers, they're all predominantly more than 90% living donor liver transplants. So there is a concern that not enough is being done by larger institutes who are specialized in liver transplants to promote organ donation, as a result of which the organ donation is still very, very poor. It is through our planning and future endeavors that we actually plan to bridge this gap by promoting organ donation across all the regions in India, and especially in places where our hospitals are based, that we can promote cadaver donation to a larger extent, and probably in the process create the largest network of cadaver transplantation centers in India and probably in Asia in the next 4 to 5 years. The challenges we face in liver transplant at present, one and the main thing is the lack of cadaver organs, because not everybody can come up with a living donor. The second thing is the cost issue, which will only come down if there are more competitive centers doing good surgeries across India. Because for the patient, apart from the cost of the surgery, there is also additional cost of moving to a different place, staying there for months together, and associated costs. So if we can make regionalized centers not only in metropolitan cities but also in smaller cities, that would to an extent bring down the cost of transplant. And having said that, India is a place where a lot of patients come for transplant because of the results and also because of the cost effectiveness. In India, we do transplants from about 20 lakhs to about 40 lakhs. And if you compare the same cost in UK or USA, it's going to be about 1.5 to 2 crores. This is excluding the cost of transport and accommodation. And if you go to the Eastern world, maybe Singapore, you're still looking at around the same cost. So we are very efficient and very cost effective in liver transplant. The transplant coordinators play a very important role and initiate the process of cadaver transplantation. In India, unfortunately, this is just limited to the hospitals which are doing transplant, and in other hospitals where you can have potential organ donation, you don't really have the full team, and most probably you don't have a transplant coordinator. The doctor who looks after the patient, once he declares brain dead, can give a hint to the family and talk to the family initially, but then you need a person dedicated to that, which is what the transplant coordinator is supposed to do to carry on the process. Sometimes it can take many days to be with the family, talk to them, tell them the scenarios, and make them agree for organ donation, clearing all the doubts. And that process is very tedious and takes a long time, which is very difficult for a doctor alone to do it. In our hospital, we have got dedicated transplant coordinators, one for the donor, who takes care of the family right from the beginning of declaration of brain death till the body is being handed over to the relatives, and sometimes even till the cremation is over. And some of our transplant coordinators also help the families post this event to see socially if they can get some help otherwise. And we also have the recipient coordinator who talks to the recipient, brings him across the hospital, gets the tests done which are needed just before the transplant, explains to them the procedure, explains to them about the potential donor, and takes care of that process. So you need to have a dedicated team, not only of doctors but also of coordinators, to smoothen this process and makes it successful. The cost is roughly about anywhere from 20 lakhs to 40 lakhs depending on the hospital and probably depending on the complications and the scenario you are in. But again, having said that, this is one of the most cost effective procedures you can have across the world. It's roughly about 1.5 to 2 crores in UK and USA, and probably the same amount in Singapore. So we are at present, although doing smaller numbers, very cost effective and efficient in the process of liver transplantation. Luckily, the awareness of organ transplantation is improving. It's still not come to a standard as of Western countries, and there seems to be a lot of initiative both from the central and some state governments. So although this process is going to take time, in probably 4 to 5 years, I can see that the organ donation awareness is going to pick up, and we could see regions in India where predominantly cadaver donation transplantation can happen. There are a few things which can be learned from the Western world when it comes to cadaver donation program. In the Western world, there are some countries which have a program of opt-in or opt-out. So there are some places where when you are brain dead, it automatically means that your organs can be harvested for donation until the family comes up and says that they don't want to do it. So automatically every brain dead patient becomes a potential donor, and if there's objection from the family, then it becomes a no. In India, what happens is the process is not there. It's only when the family comes forward to donate, then we go forward. So by having a process where every brain dead patient is a potential organ donor, for example, they have these conditions listed even in their driving license and so on, there is a potential for every brain dead patient to become an organ donor, and thereby the chances of being a potential organ donor and the chances of that organ being used is relatively high. That is something which can be debated and can be implemented. And also there needs to be extra effort in facilitating this process of brain dead declaration, whereby extra training is given to doctors, to transplant coordinators, and also a way to compensate for the extra hard work they might be doing in bringing this process to a positive outcome. Tamil Nadu has been the forefront of organ donation campaign, and one of the reasons it's been so successful is because the authority lies with the head of the state, and there are every measure is taken to make sure this becomes a success. About a year ago, we had an incident in Coimbatore where a patient was in acute liver failure and needed a transplant within 48 hours to save his life. So we went on to alert the state for a possible organ, and within 4 hours after the alert, an organ was available in General Hospital, Chennai. But we had to bring this organ on time to the recipient hospital in Coimbatore, which is the main factor to decide whether the transplant is going to be successful or not. Through the great support of the Tamil Nadu government, the Tamil Nadu police and the airport authorities, we were able to bring the organ from Chennai GH to the airport, from the Chennai airport to Coimbatore airport, and from the Coimbatore airport to the hospital within 4.5 hours. And this is one of the reasons why this patient who was so sick on a ventilator had a successful operation and was able to get discharged in 10 days time to join back his family of a young kid and a young wife. This process illustrates the need for cooperation between various government departments and also the need for awareness between government departments and the public to push such instances and to make many lives come back and really promote the process of organ donation in our country.